So we got some massive news. Turns out Godzilla's not done with the Marvel Universe yet. Yeah. So as you guys know, we are currently in the midst of Godzilla versus Marvel, and essentially we've gotten through, as of this recording, the first issue, which is Godzilla versus Fantastic Four. Next week will be Godzilla versus Hulk, and then the week after, I believe, if I've done my math right, it'll be Godzilla versus Spider-Man, and then on. And the event goes on, this quote-unquote event goes on till May. Or so we thought. Because it turns out it was announced today that we will be getting another round of Godzilla crossing over with the Marvel Universe. That's right, Godzilla destroys the Marvel Universe. This will be an event coming out in July, as in, literally, there's going to be a month-long break, and then we go into a new 5-issue miniseries of Godzilla destroys the Marvel Universe. I'm not making this up. Toho literally put it on their site. Toho! To be fair, they were also the ones that announced Godzilla versus the Marvel Universe. But the fact that they were like, yeah, let's keep fighting the Marvel Universe. Like, let's keep fighting the Marvel, let's keep fighting the Marvel Universe. Although I imagine IDW is just sitting there in the background going, oh, that's fine. No, it's not like we have the comic IP rights or whatever. We'll just do our thing. It's fine. No, it's fine. We'll just do another Godzilla versus Power Rangers crossover, or I don't know, maybe we'll finally do Godzilla versus Ninja Turtles. I don't know. Man, I feel bad for IDW because they basically got cut out of this deal. Now, to be fair, it is at the end of the day Godzilla is Toho's baby, so they can do whatever the flying fuck they want. I'm just saying, like IDW is just kind of sitting there like, cool. That's what I imagine it's like. But anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, as I was saying, Godzilla destroys the Marvel Universe. This will be a 5-issue series event that will basically have Godzilla competing against once again the entirety of the Marvel Universe. So allow me to read this excerpt of the story. So yeah. Just to be clear, Godzilla destroys the Marvel Universe is, I guess you could say Godzilla versus the Marvel Universe has been building to this point. But yeah. So Godzilla destroys the Marvel Universe. It will be written by Jerry Duggan, and with artwork by Javier Guerron. Hope I'm saying that name right. Who's currently doing Uncanny X-Men right now. I haven't seen his art. I haven't seen their artwork, so I couldn't tell you what the quality is. Can't be worse than Godzilla vs. Power Rangers 2 art, but I digress. Anyway, allow me to read you the synopsis real fast. Look out, New York! A previously dormant Godzilla has been angrily awoken and begun carving a path of annihilation as Earth's mightiest heroes band together and try to stop its cataclysmic rampage. But when their combined efforts fail to slow the bringer of destruction, Earth's heroes are forced to go to extraordinary lengths and try to bring Godzilla down, including joining forces with Earth's most devious villains. But will it be enough to stop Godzilla as it tears straight into the Marvel Universe and into the Dark Dimension and other realms? Plus, how is the King of the Monsters connected to the mysterious metal vibranium? And what does it mean for Wakanda? In the face of an unstoppable force of nature, the Marvel Universe must come together like never before in this earth-shattering fight for Earth's survival. It's all hands on deck in the first of 5 electrifying chapters of this epic saga. I'm never doing that again. Yeah. It's very clear. I watched a lot of Dragon Ball Z. It was emulating that next time on Dragon Ball Z kind of energy. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. So, there you go. Godzilla is now tearing ass across the Marvel Universe, and everyone's going to fight him. So we're also going to get basically fights that we haven't seen before in the Marvel Universe. We're basically going to be getting, like, Godzilla attacking Wakanda. Like, also, which I don't understand, like, what's his connection to, like, why does Godzilla need a connection to vibranium? It's the same thing of, like, in Black Panther versus Predator. Again, I haven't read it, but I understand that, like, vibranium had a connection to the Predators, and I'm like, we don't need vibranium doesn't need to be connected to everybody. It's Black Panther's thing. Let it be Black Panther and Wakanda's thing. It doesn't have, like, I feel like it just kind of just diminishes Black Panther just as a character and Wakanda as a nation just a wee bit when you say, like, oh, it's not their thing, it's everybody's thing. No, it's their thing. Anyway, that's another, I'll get into that in another video at some point. But getting back on track, I will say, how cool would it be? Just think of this, since we're getting this, Godzilla attacking Wakanda. Could you imagine a vibranium Mechagodzilla created by Black Panther and Shuri? Just think on that. T'Challa and Shuri create a vibranium Mechagodzilla. And I know Matt Denian is watching this, and he just went, oh my god, yes! And Godzilla going to the Dark Dimension. He's gonna fight Dormammu. Like, yeah, Godzilla fighting Dormammu and Legions of the Mindless Ones. Maybe even go toe-to-toe with, well, they can't use Sumagorath because he's off at Titan now. But they could have him fight, like, Satanus or a lot of, like, old Doctor Strange demons. Like, a lot of, like, those giant ones. And I also want to point out that one of the things that they brought up in Godzilla vs. Fantastic Four was that they were heavily hinting at a future fight between Godzilla and Galactus. So it could be that this is what we're building towards, is a showdown between Godzilla and Galactus. But yeah, so that could be, that could easily be the case, is that we're going to see a fight between those two. Because they heavily hinted at that. So maybe this is, and it's never been mentioned before in the other books, but maybe this is where we get that storyline finally that plot line pay off, unless it shows up in the other Godzilla versus Marvel. I'm also curious to see if this is also going to be, like, tied into the Godzilla versus Marvel storyline, or is it going to be that, oh, we're meeting Godzilla for the first time? But could be that. But I think it's probably going to be like, oh, Godzilla, we've all fought him before. So it could be that Godzilla vs. Marvel has been just kind of a prequel all building up to this. Could easily be like that. And, yep, I just got a text from Matt, because I sent him the information. Yep. Don't worry, Matt. We'll be doing this video tonight and going further on our thoughts on it. But, yeah. Yeah, so, but I had to get, you know me, Matt, I had to get my thoughts out on this on the matter, right away. So yeah. The other thing, like, you have to bring up is that Godzilla destroys the Marvel Universe. That's clearly a reference to, Punisher kills the Marvel Universe, and also the current Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe comic. So could it be, and I'm just throwing this out here because this comic's clearly not in continuity, could it be that Godzilla is we're gonna see some character deaths in here? Is Godzilla actually going to kill some characters? I mean, it could be just a fun little reference of Godzilla destroys the Marvel Universe. It could be like, haha, isn't that a cool little thing, a cool little jib jab at comics, at the whole thing. Yeah, but at the same time, I'm like, this isn't going to be in continuity. Anything goes. So you could have, realistically speaking, you could easily have Godzilla kill some characters in this crossover. So yeah, we could easily be getting a new. Like, we could be getting some character deaths in here. Can't say that for certain, but again, not canon. Anything goes. So, yeah, I'm very excited for this. The fact that, like, it's back-to-back Godzilla. And keep in mind, at the same time, you have Monsterverse Godzilla on the other end of on the other side of the fence, DC Comics, with their Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong 2. So Godzilla's fighting. Think on that real fast. Like, really think on that. We're seeing Godzilla fight simultaneously the Marvel and DC universe. Granted, it's two different universes, Toho and MonsterVerse, but still, it's Godzilla simultaneously fighting Marvel and DC heroes. How fucking cool is that? Did you ever think, as a Godzilla fan, that you would ever get here? Like, how did we get here? Right? Oh, and yes, I have led you here, for I am Spartacus. Kudos to anyone who got that reference. Um, so yeah, so I'm just elated, and also stay tuned because I was, like I said, I was texting Matt as we did this video. I'm so professional on this channel. There will be Matt and I will be on here tonight talking about future like other ideas for this for the comic. So comment below, let me know what you guys thought of this. Other than that, hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.